As far as companions and fellow missionaries that you serve with, there was a quote that I really liked that I heard once that was that you serve two missions, one in your area, but one to your companions and fellow missionaries. And I certainly know that to be true, and I'm grateful for every one of my companions. It's funny because you hear stories about missionaries not wanting to work or not wanting to be obedient, but they never tell you stories about, you know, companions or serving with missionaries who were overly zealous to serve the Lord, which is a good thing. I think it's a good thing. And so I encounter that so much. I'm grateful for every companion that I had, and I learned something new. I learned to say hard work from my trainer, Sister Cook, or I learned how to love through Sister Grass, or I learned how to be bold through Sister Haycock. I learned how to be that the Lord qualified me and that I can be me through my Sister Riches, or that I can be a worthy instrument and good enough to be called as someone to really, even though you're called as a trainer, you're really the one being trained by some of your companions. And I'm grateful for those opportunities with Sister Swanson and Sister Ponsina and Sister Halu. But in reality, I'm so grateful that I've learned so much from each companion, and that I honestly delighted in learning more about myself through them and their light and testimonies. And I know that if you honestly do pray every day for your companion, and that you find that commonality is serving Heavenly Father, that all barriers can be let down for sure. Like, for instance, my one companion, Sister Swanson, and I are complete opposites. I swear, we're such opposites. But she's the only companion I served with for 3 transfers, and transferred 6 weeks, so just so you know. But I came to know her so well, and that I knew whenever she was kind of down, and others couldn't read that, but I would say to her, "What's the matter?" You know, and she'd be like, "How'd you know?" And it comes to a point too that because you're around your companions so much, you become so spiritually in tune with their needs. And that is just a neat experience. That is so neat because you see their capacity. You see them as children of God. And especially with the elders that I served around too. Like, wow. To be honest, I feel a little inadequate sometimes that I'm representing, and I guess in this interview, the Long Beach mission, because there were such amazing elders that I served with that taught me so much of the doctrine of Christ and how to continually refine myself as a missionary and as a disciple of Christ. And I don't think they really understood how much I looked to them and appreciated that example, and that I know that Heavenly Father not only places you within your mission for you specifically to have certain companions, He places you in there because He knows what influence you need, and He will answer you through the missionaries around you. And I am so honored every day to have served with the missionaries I did serve with, and that really honestly, when you start complaining about missionaries, that's when you lose that progression. That's when you really do. So if I can give anybody advice, if you ever think of a complaint of a missionary, whether it's your companion or possibly you think an immature little elder, you think of 5 positives instantly in that moment, because it will shock you of how Heavenly Father will show you that person and what He views them as. And so, and you're on the same team, you're on the Lord's side, And so I think that is something that needs to take into account. And that was something that was really neat too. Like I said earlier, since our mission was so small, we certainly saw a lot of the missionaries we serve with, and it's just amazing to know that even after your mission, I would go and be friends, and we'd have, Long Beach hangouts or something, and that friendship is just eternal. It's just like what my first mission President Tex would say, that there's no empty chairs at the California Long Beach table in heaven, and there's a chair for each missionary, and that we'll because we've labored together, we sacrificed together, and that is something that is so special. And you grow together, and you'll always have that friendship, and always look for that friendship, and it's good to expect that, because that's this very special gift that Heavenly Father gives us if we want it.